The 2026 World Cup is about to do something football has never seen before. Not a new trophy, not a new ball, not even a new host country. This tournament is getting a completely new format. For decades, the World Cup had 32 teams. Simple, familiar, everybody understood it. Now, FIFA has expanded it to 48 teams, and suddenly millions of fans are asking the same question. How does this thing actually work? Because on paper it sounds simple. In practice, not so much. So, in the next few minutes, I'll explain exactly how the 2026 World Cup works, who advances, who gets eliminated, and why the tournament is about to become bigger than ever. Let's start with the biggest change. For the first time in history, the World Cup will have 48 teams. That's 16 more than before. If you're wondering how much bigger that is, imagine adding an entire extra World Cup worth of countries. That's a lot more flags, a lot more national anthems, and a lot more fans arguing online. But here's where it gets interesting. Adding teams creates a problem. How do you fit 48 countries into one tournament without it lasting 6 months? FIFA's solution was to completely redesign the structure. Instead of 8 groups like previous World Cups, there will now be 12 groups. Each group contains 4 teams, so 12 groups. 4 teams each. 48 teams total. So far, so good. Now let's talk about the group stage. Every team plays the other 3 teams in its group once. That means each country plays 3 matches. Win a match and you get 3 points. Draw and you get 1. Lose, and you get absolutely nothing except regret. Exactly like previous World Cups, the scoring system hasn't changed. But what happens next is where things become different. In the old format, the top 2 teams from each group advanced. Simple, clean, easy. Now, there are 12 groups, and 12 doesn't fit neatly into a knockout bracket. This sounds simple. It isn't. The top 2 teams from every group automatically advance. That gives us 24 teams. But FIFA doesn't want a round of 24, so they add 8 more teams. Those spots go to the 8 best third-place teams. Read that again. You can finish third in your group and still qualify. Suddenly, every group matters until the very end. A team could lose 1 match, draw another, sneak into third place, and still survive. That's going to create some very nervous calculators around the world. Now let's count 24 teams from first and second place, 8 teams from third place. That gives us 32 teams, and that leads directly into the knockout stage. This is the part most fans recognize. 32 teams enter. 1 team leaves with the trophy. Round of 32, round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, final. Simple. The difference is that the knockout stage now starts 1 round earlier, which means more matches, more drama, and more opportunities for giant upsets. You know the type. A football superpower spends years preparing for the tournament. Then, a country with a population smaller than some cities knocks them out. The World Cup specializes in those moments, and the new format creates even more chances for them. But there's another question. Why did FIFA do this in the first place? Officially, the goal is to give more countries a chance to participate, and honestly, that makes sense. There are strong national teams today that often miss out because qualifying is incredibly competitive. Now, more regions get more places, more countries get representation, and more fans around the world get a reason to care. In theory, that's great for global football. In practice, we'll find out in 2026. Some fans love the expansion, others think it could weaken the group stage. The debate isn't ending anytime soon, and there's one final detail that's easy to overlook. The tournament will be massive. More teams, more matches, more stadiums, more travel, more everything. This won't just be the biggest World Cup ever. It will be the largest World Cup in football history by a huge margin. So let's go back to the original question. How does the 2026 World Cup actually work? 48 teams enter. 12 groups are created. The top 2 teams in each group advance. The 8 best third-place teams join them. 32 teams reach the knockout rounds. And from there, it's survive or go home. Simple once you see it. Confusing until someone explains it. And if this format delivers the chaos, surprises, and underdog stories FIFA is hoping for, the 2026 World Cup could end up being the most unforgettable tournament we've ever seen. But here's the real question. Will expanding the World Cup make it better? Or will fans spend the next decade wishing the old format had stayed? We'll find out soon enough. If you enjoy football, explained simply, subscribe for more videos breaking down the rules, rankings, qualification systems,